Today I want to show you how I do my makeup for my close set eyes, meaning that my eyes are pretty close to my nose, they are not really spaced apart from each other, and I'm going to show you a placement of the shadows that's going to visually separate them a little bit more. The logic behind it is pretty simple. Basically, I'm going to give it all away in the beginning, but you need to apply the dark shadows on the outer part of your eye and the light shadows in the inner part of the eye. Basically, what you're doing with the dark shadows here, you're creating an illusion that your eyes are more extended. And if you apply light shadows here, it kind of, especially if they're shimmers, they will reflect light and make this space look a little wider somehow. I'm gonna demonstrate to you. Today I'm going to use the Revolution Reloaded palette in Iconic Fever. If you're looking for a good drugstore palette, by the way, this is amazing. Has all the neutrals. I think it's this entire range, the Reloaded range. I have tried the Forever Flawless range from Makeup Revolution and I did not like it as much as I like this one. So it's probably this range. That's pretty dope. Let's start with the basic shade that's going to be my transition. I'm gonna use a light brown shade, something like this, that's slightly darker than my skin tone, but definitely you're not looking for something that's too dark, because we're going to use a fluffy brush and basically blend this all over. So if it's way too dark, you're going to end up with patchy looking eyeshadow and we want to avoid that. Intuitively, I've always been doing my makeup like this, so again, what you want to do is keep the dark shades on the outer part of the lid, even if that means, like, if you want a very extreme extension, separating of the eye, you're gonna want to keep all the shades that are darker than your skin tone on the outer portion, including the transition. Since the transition shade is slightly darker than my skin tone, I'm gonna start the application from the outer half of the lid. Basically, you want to imagine a line here. You don't want anything that's darker than your skin tone to go on this part. You just keep them on this outer part. So, patting it on the outer corner first, and then after I place it down, what I want to do is flick my brush and extend it outwards. That's gonna create the illusion that my eye is really extended in the outer part of my face. I picked up a little bit more of that shade and I'm going to do the same thing on the lower lash line, and again just on the outer part. And I want the lower and the upper lid to be connected, so I'm gonna do that in my outer corner, and then again I'm going to follow that extension. And see, since the shade is not too dark for me, I can easily just blend it outwards without being afraid that it's going to look too dark or like too much. I can really blend it into my temples and it won't be that noticeable. You can also use your bronzer or contour powder for this step. You're looking for a shade that's kind of similar to that in tone. Not in tone, but like in intensity. Now obviously, if you want to intensify and add something darker, you're going to want to keep them again just in the outer corner of the eye. So let's do that with this brown right here. I'm going to use a Morphe M507 brush, and the previous one was a Sigma E25, just a blending brush. This one is slightly smaller, not slightly, it's a lot smaller. And again, I'm going to follow the same placement, but I'm not going to extend it as much as I did with the previous shade. So, placing it right here. What I noticed that it makes a huge difference when you want to space your eyes apart is concentrate on your very outer corner, like right this point here. This needs to be darkened, extended, so I'm placing shadows right there and connecting to the lower lash line here. And I'm creating the illusion that my outer corner is a little bit like right here rather than where it actually is. And I'm gently, barely touching my skin and creating that extension. You want to make sure that you have almost no shadow left on your brush when you're doing this step. And then you can pick the fluffy brush and blend it out. So when you have close-set eyes and you want to make them look less close-set, you want to avoid putting anything dark here. That includes doing that Arabic style liner. So you want to avoid wing liner, for example, or any dark shades in the inner corner of the eye. Even though I do that sometimes, like I do it a lot of times, but my goal is not always to space my eyes apart. But yeah, in today's video we're focusing on that. Nice and extended. I feel like you can already tell the difference. If you want, you can continue with even darker shades. I'm going to demonstrate with this dark brown here, which I'm going to pick on a very small brush. This is a Morphe M149. It's a pencil brush. And again, I'm going to follow that extension, but a little bit lower, not blending it as high as I did with the other shades. So focusing on the outer point here. And I'm barely touching my skin because I really want this to be really faded into the other shades, just like a nice shadow. And I'm doing little flicks of the brush like that. The main concentration is going to be on my outer corner, and then it's just going to fade towards my temples. And then again, you can take the previous brush and blend it out even more. But again, you want the motion to be starting from here, flicking towards the outer corner. And I'm also going to take my fluffy brush again because I'm a blending freak. And again, something that's really going to put the focus on the outer corner of the eye is applying a light shimmer shade on the inner portion of the lid. And that for me is going to be this one in the palette. And I'm going to use a flat brush. By using a light shade, you basically neglect this part. It's going to look less noticeable, and the entire focus is going to be right here on the outer corner. But the shimmer needs to be at least similar to your skin tone, if not lighter. For me it is a little bit lighter, which I feel like is going to enhance this change that I want to create in how my eye is perceived, basically. I'm gonna apply it on the inner corner as well. You can also take it on the lower lash line, again in the inner half, and just fade it towards the center of the lid, like that. I feel like this is a huge difference, and it also makes the eye a lot more extended than if you have rounded eyes like I do. Since we're here and I'm teaching you stuff, I want to show you how I place my wing liner. Again, to really space my eyes apart, I apply the same logic. So you want the dark shades to be on the outer half of the eye. On an eyeliner, it's usually black. I mean, you can use whatever, like brown, blue, whatever you like, but it's usually darker than your skin tone. And again, what you want to do is place it just on the outer half of the eye. See this point here, if I look ahead where my iris ends right here, this is the place where I will stop my liner. I'm not going to bring it any closer to the inner corner. So right here, this is the point where my eyeliner needs to stop. And then I just do like a regular wing. I'm a little bit, since I blend it so well, you know, like meh, doing a wing liner, but I really want to show you how I do it. I usually like the shadows. When I do blend the shadows like this, I want the blend to be the focus and not a graphic line that I put on top, but whatever. I usually do my liner with my eyes open, but this is like a trick, so you can get over the eye fold, especially if you have hooded eyes. And from this line that I drew, I usually like doing kind of like almost a straight line, almost parallel to the ground, because that's going to really lift your outer corner. And if you're looking for that, of course, because if you have closed eyes, does not mean you have rounded eyes like I do. But for my rounded eyes, that really helps with extending and making them look more cat-like. I think that's gonna be my liner. I don't feel like doing anything too extreme today. Maybe I'll leave it like this. But as you can see, really enhances the extension of the eye, and you can see the difference. It's kind of, yeah, since your eye looks a little bit more extended, it doesn't look as close to the nose at the moment. It looks like the focus is right here, and how it's actually closer, looks actually closer to the temples rather than the nose. placement really matters. While I was talking here, I got another idea of what you can do with your mascara. I've showed this trick in some recent videos, but I'm using my size up mascara from Sephora collection. And if you want to enhance this extension, you want to focus the mascara right on the outer corner lashes and kind of don't comb your lashes upwards like you would usually do with a mascara, but comb them towards the outer corner of the eye like that. I'm just applying a very tiny amount on my inner corner lashes and focusing the most product on the outer corner. And I'm going to do the same thing for my lower lashes, focusing the product on the outer corner lashes and tilting them. I finished my other eye and this is the finished look. Nice wider set eyes. Let me know what you think. If you have closed set eyes, have you tried this technique? Like I said, I feel like intuitively I did my makeup almost like this all the time, maybe with a few differences, but right now that I think about it, I've put all these techniques together and this is kind of like a technique that I came up with. Basically, it's just that simple rule of anything that's darker than your skin tone goes onto the outer half of the lid, and everything that's lighter goes into the inner half of the lid. I really hope you found this useful. Basically, that's why I'm doing videos. And if you have any other requests of looks that you want me to film, make sure to drop them in the comments below. And I hope you're having an amazing sunny day, and I will see you next time. Bye!